Welcome to the presentation of security mental models and personal security practices of internet users in Africa. I am Enock Mbewe from the University of Cape Town School of IT. This work was co-authored by Josiah Chavula. Let's now look at the concept of security. What is security? In general, security is the collection of all measures to prevent loss of any kind. As you may already know, the security concept is as old as humankind, implying that human assets have been at risk ever since humanity existed. These assets include physical and digital assets. The security of physical assets is mostly a personal responsibility, and over time, people have developed skills in implementing complex physical security mechanisms. On the other hand, digital assets follow a delegated security approach modeled after power. This is termed as stupid user security implementation. The argument is that users cannot understand complex security mechanisms, so it's better to automate most of security aspects and control them centrally. However, for example, COVID has exposed weaknesses of this approach. COVID has forced remote workforce, creating inroads of security exploitation towards unprepared individuals. This study investigated the factors that influence user security mental models and security practice. Understanding personal security readiness is fundamental to developing proper security tools that reinforce user security in mental models. Specifically, we aimed to answer the following questions. 1. What is the relationship between users' computing skills, security knowledge, security preferences, and internet security practice? 2. What mental models of the internet and online security do users have? 3. Which mental models interfere with secure and private internet usage? The contribution of our work is threefold. First, we use a comprehensive mixed methods with participants from the understanded African internet user base. Secondly, our work provides further evidence that flawed mental models and poor online security could be as a result of insufficient internet security knowledge. Finally, concurring with prior research, our study identifies generally weak explainable relationships between users' technical knowledge, internet security mental models, and their security practice. We provide insights into how these relationships can be strengthened to reinforce user security mental models and their online security practice. I'll now take you through our methodology. We used a multi-method approach comprised an online survey, an open-ended questionnaire, mental modeling, and task analysis activities. Each subsequent method was complementary to the method before it. Mental modeling activities aim to solicit users' view of the internet through drawing and think aloud activities. The task analysis, on the other hand, aimed to qualify the mental modeling results through actual security configuration using browser-based tools. The browser was chosen because it was the platform of choice which users use to access the internet. The survey was used to recruit participants for the open-ended questionnaire, which in turn was used to recruit participants for mental modeling and task analysis activities. A total of 240 participants completed the survey. 60 participants completed the questionnaire. Of the 60, 32 participated in the mental modeling and task analysis activities. The study participants were recruited through social media, personal contacts, and professional mailing lists. The aim of using diverse sources of participants was to capture a representative sample among internet users in Africa and to include participants with different levels of computing skills. We posted the invitation in English on LinkedIn, Twitter, WhatsApp groups, and African Network Operators Group mailing lists. Our participants mainly identify as male with tertiary education. They reported as having computing skills, with over 70% having advanced computing skills, indicating smartphone and laptops as the primary internet access devices via web browsers and mobile apps. The participants indicated that they mostly use the internet for productivity and office use, followed by communication, searching of information, entertainment, and e-financial services. What did we find? First, we found that participants were generally concerned about their security and privacy online. Those who were not concerned indicated that they felt powerless, others relied on the service providers, others thought they were not important to be attacked, and other users, especially the self-reported experts, were overconfident. Secondly, through the mental modeling exercises, we found that participants had different mental models of the internet. For example, participants with basic and intermediate computing skills presented the internet as a central node represented with a rectangle, cloud, a globe, big server, or big tech such as Google and Facebook. On one extreme, the experts displayed a complete understanding of the internet, mentioning underlying telecommunications structure, applications, protocols, and standards. Participants had different levels of security mental models. For example, the study asked the participants to explain the risks associated with internet browsing. Many participants mentioned hackers, passwords, and information theft, among others. However, many non-expert participants failed to explain how they mitigated against the mentioned risks, contrary to the quantitative study results. On the other hand, expert participants mentioned advanced security measures such as virtual private networks, VPN, encryption, among others. Surprisingly, the participants' security practice did not reflect mental models reported. We identified disparities between the participants' self-reported activities and the actual configuration through the task analysis activities. We observed that participants with limited computing skills had a vague idea of the internet security in all the tasks. Most of the participants in these categories refer to passwords and virus as their primary means of security. We also noted that many non-expert participants did not know the internet security configuration frameworks, admitting ignorance of internet security configuration tools. Following up interviews indicated that such participants viewed passwords and phone locking mechanisms as their primary security measures. This is not surprising given that these are mostly used and are tagged as security. Like the mental modeling activities, many advanced and expert users used advanced security methods such as VPN, encryption, DNS filtering, among others. All in all, we observed weak relationships between computing skills, participants' internet, and security mental models and their security practice. Generally, the results show a strong relationship between the participants' technical skills and their internet mental models, including knowledge of online attacks. This agrees with prior research. However, better internet mental models do not always imply better security mental models and online security practice, as reviewed by the task analysis experiment in our study. For example, we found that some participants with better internet models exhibited a distorted self-vulnerability assessment. Both quantitative and qualitative studies did not show significant differences in internet needs across computing skill levels. Participants exhibited different hurdles affecting their security mental models, such as overconfidence. For example, one participant said, "I feel very secure because I use a personal laptop, which is secured with a password and an antivirus." Others showed hyperbolic discounting hurdles. For example, one participant said, "When my information is required, I weigh the benefits. For example, if a website requests my information to download a scarce book or movie, why not? I give it away. After all, my information is already in public." We also noted over reliance on service providers and, most of all, lack of proper security knowledge. The potential limitations of this study lies in the language used to collect data and the type of the participants. We used the English language only. This might have left out other potential participants based on education background and geographic region. Also, most participants had at least a bachelor's degree working in ICT-related fields. This skewness may affect the generalization of the results. Nonetheless, we argue that our findings provide an overview of the user's security mental models and their impact on the online security practice. Future work could employ multilingual expanded studies that consider participants from all the African regions with diverse education backgrounds and technical skills. I would like to finish with the following takeaways. 1. Better technical skills implies better internet mental models and security knowledge as exhibited by participants in this study. However, this does not imply better online security practice. Number 2, participants' lack of internet security knowledge is the major obstacle to having correct security mental models and therefore good personal security practice. 3, internet security configuration tools should be accessible to all cadres of users. In addition, these tools may also act as security education platforms via nudges and meaningful notifications, which may not be overwhelming to an average internet user. Lastly, I would like to thank our anonymous reviewers for their constructive feedback. We are also grateful for the financial support received from the Hasso Plattner Institute for Digital Engineering through the HPR Research School at the University of Cape Town. In addition, we would like to thank Mr. Ruben Moore for the help rendered during data collection, themes formulation, and validation. Finally, we thank all the participants for their time and willingness to provide information published in this study. If you are interested in this work or would like to discuss related topics, please contact me using the contact information provided. Thank you for listening. I now invite questions and your constructive feedback.